Hey guys, welcome back. So today we got I think this is 2014 Santa Fe. Customer complained about steering noise when moving it back and forth. So let me just try to start this and let's try to hear that noise. I don't know if it will pick up on the camera. So one way you can tell that there's a problem with your universal joint, so I call the universal joint on this one, is to see, and you can feel it. You grab your hand and then try to move it back and forth, right? So let's try and see that. So our universal joint is there. So see that? So it's either you're gonna grab on the joint, be careful, don't put your finger in between of the joint, right? So you just grab there and then you try to turn it and feel it, right? Or the other way is, as you can see there, let me turn this steering wheel. Let me put the light more. The only thing also you can tell is through the joint itself. If the grease are all worn out or all leaking, right? So as you can see there, right? So this is just a pretty straightforward replacement. We got, I think that's 12 millimeter bolt there at the bottom, and the top one is going to be hiding on this. Where's the, so this computer here for the steering column, there's going to be one bolt there, right? So the only thing you can do is you remove the thing, the bolt there first, and then you turn your steering wheel, and then you just have to eyeball it towards the bolt or the head of the bolt is, right? And then you can start removing it. For our new part, it's here. This is our new part. What I'm trying to tell earlier is this guy here, the joints here, the joints there, usually that will leak out, causing that too much free play, right? So we're just gonna replace this joint. So, and then you cannot interchange this. This usually, this is how it will look like, right? The smaller hole, that's our bottom one. The bigger hole there, that's at the top one. Because as you can see that, right? That's the adjustment. So I'm gonna grab some tools and we're gonna start removing it. Okay, so usually what I use, let me just move this steering wheel and face the bolt on our side, right? So usually I use a swivel socket on this one. I have very long extension, and there's no point on, what do you call that, marking it, because, well, you can mark it, right? So as you can see there. Okay, you know what, let's just mark it, at least it's easy. Then we're just gonna readjust it if it's not straight or crooked. So as you can see there, on the very bottom of the joint, oh no, cannot see, there's a yellow mark. That's from our steering rack, right? So let me just mark it. Just mark that, and then we'll just eyeball it to our new shaft where our mark is, right? Okay. You can start removing this. Okay, so that's out. Just put that aside. So we put a mark there. I'm just gonna remove that. Okay. Now let's try if we can squeeze in our camera and show you where that bolt is. Okay, so we're gonna go underneath the vehicle. So yeah, I don't think it will show on the camera. So here's our shaft here, right? The bolt will be hiding on this side here. I don't know if it will show this side. So what I usually do is I move my steering wheel, right, and position where this brake switch are, where this brake switch is, and then so that I can put my extension and a 14mm there, and I can just, you know, crack it, and then you hold that position there, and then I guess hope for the best that you put on the same spot, and then we can put the lower joint where our mark is, and then test drive it, right? If it's worse, you can do an alignment. If not, you can just remove that bolt at the bottom and move it one notch of the steering rack, and then until it will be straight, right? So I guess I'm not gonna be doing a video on removing that top part of the bolt, and we'll be right back once I put the new one in. Alright guys, so I think I made a mistake. The top bolt, it's using 12mm. It's been a long time I've been never did this anymore. So we got our old one here. This is our old one, right? As you can see there, there's so much play now. See? So that's our bottom side. The top one, not so. And if you compare with our new one, as you can see there, that joint doesn't even move, right? So I'm thinking that joint there, that's our problem. Well, there's no other that can make noise, right? So let me put back this new one. So because we had our mark here, right? As you can see there, there's a mark. So we're just gonna eyeball it as much as possible that it's gonna be the same, so that when we put the bottom one, more or less it's gonna line up, right? So if not, we're gonna move back again the bottom side and then line it up until it line up. But if not, I guess we're gonna use the alignment and to do make sure that the steering wheel is straight. So I'm gonna put back the old one for new one first, the top one, and then let's get back to it and record the bottom side. Alright guys, so I put our top one. It's a little bit tricky because you can't really see anything, it's all by feel, right? So we're just gonna put this guy back. Looks in. Now we're just gonna put this bolt here. And usually the models that all not common, well, let's say it's common, it's all the Tucson from I think 2016 to 2017, and then some Santa Fe's, these models from 2013 more or less until 2015, and the Sonatas too, right? But most of the Sonatas, the failure on those are the rubber coupling, right? I think I made a video of that. So if the steering system has that rubber coupling, especially the motor, you're gonna do that first before you do anything, because the noise is almost the same and everything, right? Okay. Okay, that's tight. So now I'm just gonna start the car and let's see if we can hear that noise. So I don't hear that noise anymore compared to the old one, right? So that's it, guys. Just a straightforward replacement there. The tricky part there is the top one, because you can't really see anything unless you're gonna remove that steering column motor or the computer, and you can see everything. But if you just leave it like that, all you have to do is by feel and hope for the best. So right now I'm just gonna test drive this vehicle and see if our steering wheel is straight, and if it's good, we release it to the customer. And if not, the one I told you, remove the bottom one and just move it one notch where the steering wheel is right position, and then that should be it. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time. Thank you for watching.